So let's now proceed to today's topic. When enough is enough. Actually, when I start thinking what I'm going to say here, I keep asking myself why the topic has to be exaggerated. Enough is enough. Then, I tried setting an example in my mind. For example, your girlfriend or boyfriend cheated on you. Would you decide to end your relationship because of that?
Yes.
Enough.
Do you think it's enough? Well, for me, it's enough. But I do not know to some. Because I can drop a few names here in FSC who was cheated, but never give up. Is there any Is there any brave soul who can relate to the topic? Please raise your hand.
No brave soul.
It seems that your partner is loyal to you.
Of course.
After that contemplation, I realized that some things are meant to be exaggerated. Because most people will not end their relationship just because they are hurt. But when enough is enough, I think it is when a people is badly hurt and tired to the point that they're getting used to the pain that they forget that they're in love with the person. And I think that's...
It's fine, honey.
I think it's enough to end your relationship because of that. But that is just an example only. Now, allow me to share to you these two stories of mine, which I had enough for real. One, enough with the drama or being too emotional because of sadness. When I was in college, I'm a type of person that always get easily pissed to anything that irritates me. So what are these? These are simple as getting stuck in the traffic, or someone dislikes you, or as bad as someone has snatched your personal belonging. In my case, a cell phone when I am sleeping. Or someone has stolen your hard-earned money. Someone has stolen your hard-earned money. Shoot.
Take a deep breath.
Take your time.
I noticed when this kind of occurrences happened, it will immediately ruin my day or even my week. So, eventually, I felt that I had enough with that kind of feeling. And to be honest, I didn't know when it happened or what makes me change. But nowadays, when I was stuck in the traffic, I tried to find things to kill boredom. When someone dislikes me and I know it's too subjective or biased, then I'll try to ignore it. When I lost the phone, if I can do something to bring it back, after reporting to the authorities, if none, then I'll try to move on and accept it. If someone I thought a friend would steal my hard-earned money, if I can, no, if I, if I can do something about it, if I can change it back, or if I can bring justice to what he or she have done, then learn from it and move on. These are the things, how I keep myself calm. Because as we all know, we all have different options in life. And it's always up to us to decide which path or decisions we take. For me, I choose to be less emotional. I choose to be calm most of the time. Don't ruin your day just because it happened to you. Don't also destroy yourself. So, that's one of my two stories. Now, let's proceed to when I had enough working with a company. It's not here. I still love the company. I remember, 2 days after my graduation, I was able to get a job. As a data analyst, then as a title examiner, 10 months after, in the same company. I immediately enjoyed my stay because there's a lot of POP and employee there. I felt belong, and no wonder I've created bonds to most of my co-employees. I got to travel a lot also because I was a night shift back then. I experienced and learned a lot. But when I thought I'd be loyal to the company, things get worse, at least on my end. So what are the reasons? One, because I'm starting to crave for another working experiences, because at that time I was a title examiner for almost 4 years. Then the company decided to ban bringing cell phone in the production area, because that time my previous employer is aiming for an ISO certificate. Also, they suddenly transferred me to morning shift from evening shift, and it ruined my personal plans, my vacation leave, and most especially my compensation, because I can no longer avail their night allowances and night privileges. So that time, my gut's telling me to resign, but I still decided to stay and give it a try again. But months after, I received a letter, a very confidential letter, a letter that up until now, I strongly believe that I do not deserve. So, from that time, I know I had enough working with the company because I felt betrayed. So, I find another job, and luckily, I was able to get a job here in Baker McKenzie 2 weeks after. But before that, I still tried weighing things if I should really resign. Then, I realized that sometimes it's okay to give up. It's okay to quit, especially to those times that you find unfair. So, these are my 2 stories when I had enough to something. I'd like to end my talk, should there be a time that you're in doubt, when to quit or give up, I would say, ask yourself, what makes you happy? Find your inner happiness and you'll know the answer. Thank you.